This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Riley Herbst from 2311 Racing here, and you know what grinds my gears? Waiting for coffee. But instead of counting frappes and lattes, I fire up Chumba Casino. No apps, no fuss, just fun social casino games to pass the time. By the time my coffee's ready,
order for Riley.
I've already taken a few victory laps. Next time you're stuck waiting, make it entertaining. Play for free at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Get this. Adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't. From swimming lessons to piano classes, us parents invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids financial literacy skills like earning, saving, and investing. And this investment costs less than that after-school treat. Start prioritizing their financial education and future today with a risk-free trial at greenlight.com/iHeart. Greenlight.com/iHeart.
Want to pull off the season's freshest trends? You just need the right shoes. That's where Designer Shoe Warehouse comes in. Loving wide-leg jeans? Pair them with sleek, low-profile sneakers. Obsessed with the sheer trend? Try it with mesh flats. Feeling boho? Comfy sandals nail the whole free-spirited thing. Find on-trend shoes from the brands you love, like Birkenstock, Nike, Adidas, and more at DSW.
Lovely Duluth, Minnesota, the Power Trip Morning Show live on location. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Duluth.
Wow. You came. Look at them all. They're here. And look who's here early. Mark Parrish. Look at you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mark.
If they showed up this early, I had to.
Did you sleep here?
I did.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, right
Beautiful
here.
place. Yeah.
Didn't move. Made sure Corey woke me up. I had a bunch of alarms every time you guys came in. One of you kicked me.
Yeah. It is weird how on these location shows you don't sleep at all, right? You're so worried you're going to not miss it. And Zacho's here. Hi, Zacho.
Good morning, everybody.
No makeup on Zacho.
Did you guys see that bridge on the way in?
There's a bridge over there. Did you see? There's boats and stuff.
Literally took until this morning to actually see it because of all the fog. But
it's pretty foggy.
It's a pretty cool place.
But ladies and gentlemen, the bell of the ball, please say hi to Mr. Corey Cove. Hi, Corey.
The bell of the ball. Bell of the ball.
Yeah, well, Meat Sauce is not here, so the actual bell of the ball is not here.
But. No, but this is about the size of a Meat Sauce comedy crowd.
And they just laughed more than a comedy show.
Exactly. Sauce, that's how it's done. They expel some kind of gas from their mouth and air, and it's really fun when you get them to laugh. Mm-hmm. Sauce is in San Diego. I believe he leaves this morning.
He is, yeah. He's actually probably waking up listening to us right now because he did not make the trip up, but they are taking their first trip as a couple since being parents. They're just going out, the two of them, to get to know each other once again. This will be really interesting.
Introduce themselves.
And this will be one of those. This will be one of those trips the rest of us remember. If 2 or 3 months from now, Sauce is like, I can't do this or I can't do that because I have Louie. Oh, remember when you went to San Diego for 4 days without him, and you handled it just fine? He keeps trying the I have a baby excuse card to a whole bunch of people who have already gone through that.
Yeah.
We remember that time of using the baby as an excuse all the time. So you can use it on other people. You can't play that on us.
Yeah,
we know how that works.
We've used that one too many times.
I have a comment on that, but first I think we should probably let everybody know where we're at in case they want to come hang out with us. We've got some empty seats, not very many though. I can't believe how many of y'all came out early this morning. Thank you very much. But it is free to come on in. We are at the Social House in lovely downtown Duluth, Minnesota, and there's going to be a breakfast bar with some burritos momentarily. We got coffee coming up in here just a second. Love this place. We are inside the tent. There's going to be heaters they're going to be turning on in a moment, and we're all cuddling together anyway. It's just one big cuddle in lovely Duluth, Minnesota right now.
Y'all got the hug message. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely. He's spreading out hugs like crazy. And thanks to our friends at Northland Fan 106.5 and 560 AM Duluth. Let's hear for the Duluth Fan, everybody. Come on, make some noise.
All the way to Finland.
All the way to Finland,
Yeah.
And Sweden,
That was
I hear
interesting.
Sweden too,
Yeah.
I think, last night.
Sweden, too, they said.
I mean, I was
Hello.
impressed with the Canada thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, crazy.
Hello, Europe.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah, we miss him. You can tell, right?
instant.
You're obsessed with me.
Oh, speaking of that, okay. So, back to what we were talking about a moment ago about meat sauce. You know, I would, I had, luckily enough, we had Alex when I was 23 years old, right? So I went like right into dadhood. I would guess in some ways it must be more difficult to have children late in life because you know what it's like to like be free to make your own decisions and go do things, you know? Like Sauce is used to getting off work at 8:57 and being out the door at 8:58 and on the golf course by 9:02, right? So it must be like, that must be an even harder adjustment, I would guess, to go to having responsibility for the first time in his damn life at this time in his life. You know what I mean? I think that would be tougher.
Think of the transition for Kelly, though, because she went from one baby to two overnight.
Yeah, she tells everybody she's got twins. Only one of them's 40 or so, and the other one's brand new. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose as you get older, you're more set in your ways as well.
Yep.
Oh, for sure. And I would say that I don't think I've ever met anybody more set in their ways than Meat Sauce.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Good for him.
Yeah, but good morning to you, Saucy, and good morning. There is no Louie, only Steve. And good morning, and we're also sorry for you, Kel. Thank you so much. Thank you for your service.
Marnie Gellner will be joining us at some point. Everybody loves Marnie Gellner. Just the Duluth loves Marnie Gellner, right?
Well,
Yeah, everybody loves mine.
What about one of your own? Tyler George will be joining us. Olympic gold medalist Tyler George will be joining us this morning as well.
yeah.
He's very good at initials. He'll probably win. Who knows?
Yeah, probably. He's really actually quite good. Have you ever played against him, Marco Parrish?
I don't know if I've
don't
ever
think
played
you
against
have.
him, but I have certainly been in the room when he's won. And yeah, there's a little more anxiety going in this morning with T. George coming
Yeah.
into the building.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to buckle under pressure at all.
No,
He seems
he
to
doesn't.
have
No.
a little bit about that. Yeah,
Yeah, that gold medal thing kind of produced or
seems to
showed
be no
that.
big deal. Yeah. Speaking. Oh, by the way, speaking of the lovely and talented Marnie Galarnar, you remember how when we were at a casino not far from here with Meat Sauce Paul Lambert, and he called the place a Sea Palace and almost got us thrown out?
Yep, I was standing right there where when he loudly, by the way, yelled the C-bomb at
Yeah.
the casino. Just the idea of a casino, not at a dealer or at an employee, just the casino.
The whole concept
got yelled
of,
at.
of casino. Yeah, right. I've now gambled with somebody who's meaner and hates it more and makes more of a ruckus.
What are you talking? Like she won last night. You sent us a big win for her. It went the wrong way.
I can't even tell you how many hundreds it took me to finally get her to win something.
Oh.
We sat there in front of that machine, and I mean, she said things. I think they were, good morning to Sweden. I didn't understand some of the curse words she was using. She was so angry at the machines until she finally hit one. And then we tried to leave about 9 times, and I was like, I thought I had a problem. As we walked down from the second floor to the first floor, we played every machine that we saw until basically we left there pretty much even.
What if that was the best medicine for you of all time? If you just looked essentially into the mirror and go like, is this what I look like?
Only
I can't be like this.
You got to know, though, half of me was like, is this what I look like? No, but she is angrier. She got angrier at the casino than Sauce did when he used the C word at the casino.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So she's a problem. She's a handful. Security had an eye on her last night.
They should.
Yeah, absolutely.
We should have security to have an eye on her.
I think you're right. I think that's probably right. Yeah. What a beautiful morning. And by the way, we'll be seeing so many people heading in this way today because obviously it's Grandma's Marathon weekend. Going to be a huge amount of people coming in here to run the race on what will be a perfect weather weekend for that here. I mean, we left yesterday. It was 82 degrees, I believe, on my mirror when we left the lovely Twin Cities. And as we got to Hinckley, it started going down. And it dropped 20 degrees
very quickly
from Hinckley to Duluth on my mirror. It went from 82 to 62.
This is my kind of weather.
Oh, absolutely. Every day.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the place to be.
I texted my buddy Jim the other day who's running in it, and I was like, oh, the brutal weather this weekend. He's like, what are you talking about? It's perfect. I'm like, oh, yeah, if you're running, it's great.
Yeah.
If you're standing out there waiting to watch somebody run by you, It's going to be chilly.
How amazing would it be if it
Bundle up.
was truly just a marathon for grandmothers? Like that was the only way you were eligible.
I know that's how Hawk discovered it.
Amen. That's why I came here. I'm like, this is like shooting fish in a barrel. Let's go.
It's like Hunger Games too, like 6 just drop dead every year.
Okay, now where's Mary at? I got to ask this question. Mary, can I ask you about what you told me last night at the dinner about what grandma's is and who grandma was? Is that a true story you told me last night, or are you messing with me? Hold on 1 second. Everybody say hi to Mary. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Good morning, Minnesota, and welcome to Duluth. Yeah, Grandma's was actually a brothel.
Go on.
And this whole area that you're in right now, this was like a junkyard in Canal Park.
Wow.
That's why Chris feels at home.
I absolutely feel like I should have grease under my fingernails and a hooker on my left arm. So, what the grandma of Grandma's Marathon was? Did she run the brothel, or is that just unconnected?
Well, that was the whole thing. That the whole face of Grandma's was she ran a brothel. So, yeah, that's all I know, Chris.
That kind of gives.
I'm an East Side St. Paul girl. I don't know a whole hell of a lot, but.
I'm going to make up the rest in my mind anyway. So, I mean, this is perfect. I mean, it gives a whole nother meaning to Grandma's Marathon, doesn't it?
Yeah,
if she was a hooker.
does.
Yeah, it does.
I mean,
bet she was
very
mean,
much
too.
so.
From the law.
Well, she was running from something, gonorrhea. I mean,
Or
let's
maybe
just think
people,
about it.
or maybe people just ran 26.2 miles to get here.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I definitely would. Yeah, no.
Exactly.
So, and then I know the face of Grandma's. I'm wondering if that is the actual grandma. Do you know the actual grandma, or is that just an actress? Because I got to think about that.
I think it was. I actually, we met the founders of Grandma's, and that she was the face. That was the woman.
God, I love this place.
I'm going to be looking at a t-shirt.
They named their marathon after a hooker.
Yep. Way to
I
go,
love it.
Duluth.
I mean, come on, this is just the best. I love this
Well, do we
place.
know that maybe she wasn't a hooker, right? Maybe it was like Heidi Fleiss. Like, was Heidi Fleiss actually a hooker, or was she just the one that ran it?
Oh, she was definitely a hooker.
Oh, she was?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I got to believe you start at the bottom there.
But it might be
Work your way
both.
up.
Maybe Grandma was a hooker, but now she's like
The boss.
queen of the hookers.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
ascended.
Work your way up.
After a while, you got to retire that stuff. You know what I mean? You can't, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Good morning, Duluth.
Yeah. Thank you, Mary. I'm going to walk away from her because she's a businesswoman and she doesn't want to be associated with me right now.
Well, can't blame her.
I can't say as I blame her.
Yeah.
But, no, we got a beautiful morning here and the sun is coming up. And I remember the time, my very first ever marathon was Grandma's Marathon in Duluth. The first time I ever ran a marathon. And it was the worst day of my life. It was just... It was actually quite hard. I had no idea what I was in for. I had no idea. And we just happened to have the one day in the history of Duluth, like all the way back to caveman times, where there was no breeze off the lake. It was the hottest, most humid thing. I couldn't believe it. And there's a whole stretch when you're running right by the lake where you're exposed to the sun. The sun was beating down. And my calves, and the worst part is I wore a white shirt that was a mesh substance, and my nipples bled.
Like Andy Bernard.
It was unbelievable. And so I ran the last, 5 miles or 6 miles with no shirt on, which I had never been in public without a shirt on in my life. But there's nothing keeping, when your nipples are bleeding, that's misery right there. Unless you like that kind of thing. I'm not judging.
You have to pay for something like that at Grandma's brothel back in the day.
Absolutely. Yeah, how many times have I said Grandma's made my nipples bleed?
We'll go to break in a second, but what mile do you think in that first marathon did you question your entire existence?
I remember it very well, 14.
14.
Because, you're at mile 14, and you're thinking, I've gone a long way, and I've got a long ways to go. But then that's when my calves started cramping. I've said this before, I'll say it again. I ran 6 marathons before my knees had to be replaced, one of them. And if I hadn't already been signed up for Helsinki, because I ran it with a charity, I would never have run another marathon. It was the hardest thing. They do the meanest thing as you're coming down the main drag up there, by the casino, in case you're wondering. And it's unnatural for me to run by a casino, and unless I'm waving at the people.
Of course,
I
like
just
Circus
wave.
Circus.
Right.
Yeah.
As you're running down that street, you take a turn to the right away from the finish line. because you can see it on your left-hand side. You're like, but I want to go that way. I don't know if that course has changed since then, but that's how it was. No. So you would turn away from it and go up the hill, and you're like, this is the meanest thing anybody's ever done to me. My nipples are bleeding.
Tease.
My testicles hurt for a different reason. Completely had nothing to do with the marathon. But then when you cross the finish line, though, there's so many people along this, and you find yourself, even when you don't think you have anything left, you find yourself kicking up some energy. So what cool. A wonderful place. What a great marathon this is. Of all the ones I ran, this one was the most well-run marathon.
Awesome.
Yeah, just super cool.
Way to go, Duluth.
Yeah, way to go, Grandma, you hooker.
If Sauce was here, he would tell you that Gutter Helmet and GutterHelmetMN.com bring you this first segment.
Say it like him, please. I didn't.
My wonderful friend at Gutter Helmet and GutterHelmet.com.
When did he have a lisp? When did that come into this? I don't remember that.
I like Sauce with a lisp.
Hey, is the marathon today? It's going to be wonderful. It will be wonderful.
I'm not sure. You're losing your meat sauce. You miss him so badly.
Also, if Sauce were here, Corey.
Zach, your hands up. Grandma Woodhawk.
I've got a Woodhawk hat on as all right now. And the answer, of course, is yes.
Yep. Yes. Thanks to Kara back in St. Louis Park. Thanks to Jared Wells. That was segment 1 of the Power Trip Morning Show. Thanks for sticking around. We're here until 9 o'clock, right next to the Social House in Canal Park. Power Trip Morning Show returns after this on The Fan.
Are you still quoting 30-year-old movies? Have you said cool beans in the past 90 days? Do you think Discover isn't widely accepted? If this sounds like you, you're stuck in the past. Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. And every time you make a purchase with your card, you automatically earn cash back. Welcome to the now. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/creditcard. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
You know what's great about your investment account with the big guys? It's actually a time machine. Log in and zoom. Welcome back to 1999. It's time for an upgrade. At Public.com, you can invest in almost everything. Stocks, bonds, options, and more. You could even put your cash to work at an industry-leading 4.1% APY. Leave your clunky, outdated platform behind at Public.com. Go to Public.com and fund your account in 5 minutes or less. Paid for by Public Investing, Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Full disclosures at Public.com/disclosures.
Have you ever wiped with a piece of dry, single-ply toilet paper and wondered, is this as good as it gets? Well, it's not. It gets a lot better thanks to the wet, extra-large cleaning power of Dude Wipes. They comfortably clean up whatever TP leaves behind on your behind. It's time to stop being an a-hole to your b-hole and start experiencing the confident clean of Dude Wipes. Available at Amazon and at major retailers nationwide. Dude Wipes. Best clean, pants down.
Welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show. Once again, live in Duluth, Minnesota. It's a crisp morning, and the crowd continues to grow. Every time, I think, when we do something like this, I think, first of all, nobody's going to show up. And second of all, when there are people here, I think they probably are in the wrong place. They don't know where they're at. They don't know what they're doing. But they're a huge crowd out here. Thanks again to our friends at Northland Fan, 106.5 and 560 AM Duluth Superior. We normally are up here, of course, for the air show, but they moved it to July 4th weekend this year. So we are up here for Grandma's Marathon. So we have any runners in the house? Anybody? You're going to run it?
All right.
What is your name?
Rachel.
Have you done any marathons before?
I have.
How many?
This will be my 10th half marathon. But I've also done 2 fulls.
10th half marathon and 2 fulls. No kidding. That's awesome. Congratulations. Let's hear it, everybody. I mean, that's a huge accomplishment. That's cool.
There you go, Rachel.
What is your projected or hopeful time?
I want to get under 2 hours. That's my goal.
That's pretty awesome. That's cooking. That's really cool. Do you guys, I can't remember, does the half marathon go before the marathon here?
We do. We start at 6. Yep.
And how far, where's the starting line? Because I know they go 2 harbors, right, for the marathon. Is that right? Yeah, where's the starting line for you?
Halfway from Two Harbors to here.
We can go home. Rachel just won the day.
I'm gonna give you a T-shirt or something. You just... I'm not. Good luck.
All right,
I can't do that. She wins. I can't.
She wins.
I'm just gonna sit down here for a minute and think about my life. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Anybody got anything to say? Anybody? Anything else? No. Yeah. So there you go. They start halfway.
Yep. You know, whenever we have a crowd this big too, I always wonder how many of you are unemployed. How many people just don't work today? Raise your hand. A couple of you. Right on.
Parrish, raise your hand. Yeah. All right.
Sorry. How many of you are skipping work this morning? Oh, see, that's the majority of the people. Okay. Most people are just saying, forget work. Don't care. Going to watch a dumb radio show instead. Fantastic. Well,
sir,
thanks for joining us.
What is your name, sir?
Matt.
Are you going to tell us where you're supposed to be right now?
Merrill Lynch.
Ah, very cool. Yeah, right. So tires?
Yes.
Well, thank you for coming out here. You listen to the Power Trip all the time?
Sure do.
Are you sad that Meat Sauce is not here?
I am.
Am I shorter than you thought I was going to be?
About the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figure, yeah.
These are like live talkbacks.
Yeah, they sort of are. Abbott loves these.
He loves these.
Yeah, absolutely does. Well,
Fan
welcome.
interaction.
There's going to be delicious breakfast burritos. We're pretty quick here, and we are at the Social House once again in lovely downtown Duluth. And would you please introduce yourself to everybody? What is your name?
Nicolette.
And how are you associated with us today?
Working at the event. I work for the Social House.
And you also work at another place I've had some time with up here.
Place you're very familiar with, the Other Place Bar and Grill.
I love the OP. Zach, I don't think you ever had a chance to join the Chris Hockey Band at the OP, but they have something called Vikings Blood. That is, I don't know if it's, I shouldn't probably say this, I don't know if it's associated directly with the OP or not, or if it's even legal. But I will say this: it is basically grape juice and Everclear, essentially. And it's given me some bad dreams.
Yeah.
It's given my toilet even worse dreams.
Oh.
And I've had some good times, but the OP is a lot of fun. So today, people are going to come down here, and there's going to be breakfast burritos, and eventually there's going to be some beverages served for everybody too, right?
Absolutely. Come on down. We'd love to have everybody come and see you guys and have some fun with us. We're going to be here under the tent today and tomorrow and the whole weekend. So, yeah.
Tell me about the Social House when you're not out here in the tent. Tell me about this place.
We're here Monday, every day, 8 to 3. It's a great place to have breakfast and lunch. We have a bar. We're also here in Canal, but also our location up in Hermantown in the Gordy's Plaza. Yeah.
And again, every time I'm down here in Duluth, and I love this place, so you're down in Canal Park, you're always like, where can I get breakfast? This is the place to come for breakfast, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm just looking for free drinks every time I come to Duluth and free breakfast. That's all I'm doing.
Vikings blood.
Vikings blood.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
If it was J.J. McCarthy, Zach, would you just want to bathe in it?
Oh.
I'd like to make a soap bar out of it, honestly.
Gross. Inject it into your veins.
He's going to find a way to create little tiny J.J. McCarthy's. He's 17 or 20 of them.
Clones. I know you've been Bat Boy this week, just 2 days ago, but would you drink the blood of J.J. McCarthy if he offered you a shot of it?
I mean, I haven't won a bet yet, but if I did, yeah.
Man, that's really gross.
That is very, very gross.
It's like I wouldn't drink the blood of Kerry Russell.
You wouldn't?
No. What are you looking at me like that for? No.
I mean, what if like it meant that you could drink more stuff?
What? What the hell does that even mean?
Why don't you do a lap?
You know we're on the air. What is going on?
What's wrong with you?
What could he possibly mean by that? Never mind. I don't want to know. What could you possibly...
Why don't you go halfway to Two Harbors and start running? Jesus.
Halfway.
What is wrong with you?
Halfway. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So there you go. So again, we're live. So come on down if you'd like to come down and hang out with us. And Tyler George will be coming by a little bit later. But other than that, we have a regular old radio show to do today without our guy Meat Sauce Paul Lambert. And there's lots going on in the world and sports world, including this, Corey.
That was your segue to me?
Yeah, I didn't know. Is there anything going on in sports?
I mean, I
have
don't
no
know.
idea.
Not really.
No.
I had fun watching the Adrian Peterson poker fight. You guys see that on Twitter?
What?
Yeah, I read the headline. Who'd you get in a fight with and why?
It wasn't at the World Series. It just looked like it was in some random home game or I don't know where it was or some small casino. But yeah, during the break, we should probably we'll do sports when we come back.
Yeah.
But all of you just Google Adrian Peterson poker fight. I still haven't seen what they were arguing about, but these two guys just true fist fight, throwing haymakers at each other all over a poker room while guys are trying to break it up. I have no idea what started it, but man, he's just swinging haymakers.
Oh, man,
just letting them fly.
A video of former NFL running back Adrian Peterson getting involved in a fist fight is surfacing online. Footage posted by TMZ, of course, shows Peterson get in a dispute during a poker game at a social club in Houston. This comes after a previous arrest earlier this year in Hennepin County for suspected DUI. Great year so far for AP.
Yep, killing it.
Peterson said he and the other individual are friends.
Looked like it.
And they made up after the fight. Reports say police were not called to the scene after the scuffle. The longtime running back for the Minnesota Vikings last played in 2021 in the NFL. I don't know who he fought.
Just some rando, I guess. But honestly, we'll do sports when we get back. But take a couple of seconds and just Google it during the break. It's a fun watch.
I tweeted it on the Power Trip KFAN account.
Look at you.
Abbott's going to love that.
He's going to love it. You're right there on top of things.
Remember when we needed clicks?
Oh, yes, we still do.
Page views.
He said clicks. Clicks.
Front Page Sports is next, live from Duluth in Grandma's Marathon after this on the Fan.
Are you still quoting 30-year-old movies? Have you said cool beans in the past 90 days? Do you think Discover isn't widely accepted? If this sounds like you're stuck in the past. Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. And every time you make a purchase with your card, you automatically earn cash back. Welcome to the now. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/creditcard. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
You know what's great about your investment account with the big guys? It's actually a time machine. Log in and zoom. Welcome back to 1999. It's time for an upgrade. At Public.com, you can invest in almost everything. Stocks, bonds, options, and more. You could even put your cash to work at an industry-leading 4.1% APY. Leave your clunky, outdated platform behind at Public.com. Go to Public.com and fund your account in 5 minutes or less. Paid for by Public Investing, Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Full disclosures at Public.com/disclosures.
Have you ever wiped with a piece of dry, single-ply toilet paper and wondered, is this as good as it gets? Well, it's not. It gets a lot better thanks to the wet, extra-large cleaning power of Dude Wipes. They comfortably clean up whatever TP leaves behind on your behind. It's time to stop being an a-hole to your b-hole and start experiencing the confident clean of Dude Wipes. Available at Amazon and at major retailers nationwide. Dude Wipes. Best clean, pants down.
Back to the Power Trip Morning Show. Everything's going great in lovely Duluth, Minnesota.
Yeah, that was good.
Hey, good morning. Welcome back.
Wow, you'd think people would know. Anyway, you know what? I'm not going to. Jesus. Anyway, hey, everybody, how you feeling? We are, again, live as we celebrate Grandma's Marathon Weekend in lovely Duluth, Minnesota. It really is a beautiful morning here, and if you are looking to get away from the extreme heat, this is the place to be. But the problem is I doubt you'll be able to get a hotel room or anything near here because, my goodness, is this place going to be packed with runners here momentarily. But we might as well get her started because we talked about it before we went to break and literally broke. There's sports to be done, so let's hit it.
All right, let's do front page sports. I don't know if we told Kara where it is. Did we tell Kara where it is?
I got it. Hold on. Let me.
It's all falling apart.
Presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Holiday Station Stores. We love you, Holiday. For a limited time, 3 Mountain Dews for just $5. You can mix and match any flavors of Mountain Dew that you want. I like the Mountain Dew flavor.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
The regular Mountain Dew flavor. That's the best one. But if you like one of the other ones, go for it. Mix and match 3 for $5 at Holiday.
Go crazy.
Yeah,
go crazy.
Drink up.
I'm old school with you, Corey. I just like the original.
Yeah, I would not be alive if I hadn't had Doritos, Goldfish, and Mountain Dew for most of the 90s. The decade, not the nightclub.
Man, you are just a picture of health, mister.
Sure am.
Surprised you're not running this marathon this week. Nope. I mean, just look at you.
Anybody here else, nice, well worded. Anybody else survive the 90s with those 3 things or about those? Yeah, you get it, right?
Yeah, see, they get
the best. The 90s were the best. Saved by the Bell right after school, an entire bag of Doritos to yourself, about 6 Mountain Dews, and then your mom would say, go outside. And I'd say, screw off. I'm staying inside. I want to get sunburn or skin cancer. I'm staying in here.
My God.
Yep.
Yeah.
Doritos.
Yeah, you really
Who needs vitamin D?
You are something else.
No. Just take supplements. Flintstone vitamins.
They are good.
Actually, those are pretty tasty.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Right, yeah.
Sorry, you guys all watched the video during the break?
I did.
Adrian Peterson?
I did, yeah.
Some pretty good punches thrown there. I'm very floored that they're friends, or allegedly friends, and that they made up afterwards. They wanted to kill each other for a good 45 straight seconds.
Yeah.
AP was trying to break his face.
Yep. And missed a lot.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I got to give the upper hand to the other guy, at least for most of it, though. I'm with you, Mark. I mean, you're the king of fighting. You know a little more about it than I do. I mean, or at least winning fights.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, AP was just taking big haymakers, which obviously are big tells, and you can see where they're coming from. His buddy was quick, though.
Yeah.
Because they were pretty big punches. And up until the point where he kind of got him up against the wall, his friend was landed a few, and I didn't see AP land any.
That's what I'm saying.
So I would have given the belt to his friend.
Yeah.
On that one.
Only 2 things they could have been fighting over.
Women and money?
It had to be one of the 2, or both, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
What are you going to say, Zach?
I was just saying, I love the guy at the beginning who's like thinking he could actually try to keep this apart. Like, he really,
maybe the dealer, maybe?
Yeah.
I can't tell.
Good luck with that, dude.
Yeah, if
He
I
didn't
look to
last
my
long, did he?
Right, I look to my left and one of the 2 people's AP. I'm just backing right out of there like Homer Simpson into the bush. There's just it's not going to happen. You guys take each other out. Whatever you did, you're in trouble.
Best of
sir.
luck.
Yeah, absolutely.
I did like the story that you read. It's just like Adrian Peterson got into a fist fight at a poker game in Houston. By the way, he did get a DUI a couple of months ago. It has nothing to do with the story.
Yeah, right, exactly.
They just wanted to add that.
Yeah.
By the way, a rough year for AP. DUI in March.
You're right. I didn't even think about that. You're right, but that didn't need to be added to that. story, I
irrelevant.
guess. Yeah, it's completely
Former NFL running back Adrian Peterson. That's all you need to do.
It's a good excuse to come back to Minneapolis, though.
Yeah.
What, for the court trial? Yeah, there you go.
Man, I've got a terrible joke that I don't want to use. I wish I could do the Jim Rome bit right now.
The email bit?
Yeah, hold on.
Well, just say that you got an email.
Hold on.
Oh, God. Who's
Just got an
emailed
email.
this now?
Oh, this is terrible. I just got an email. Oh, I can't believe you'd say something like this. Oh, this is terrible. Who would? Don't send me emails like this. Is terrible. Do you want to hear what this emailer just said?
Sure.
This is at Meat Sauce Paul Lambert at 94. I don't know how email works, obviously. Sorry. Says the guy should have called him Daddy. Who would email something like that? What a terrible thing.
What a terrible email.
Why would you email something
Do
like that?
not send us those emails.
Do not send me emails about
Classless email.
Oh, yeah. Oh, who would make jokes about that?
It's one of the great bits ever. Jim Rome just...
And it was the best.
Just saying whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
And just saying, do not send us those
send me
emails.
emails about this.
I do not want to hear more Adrian Peterson beating his kids' jokes.
Man, you are good.
That's a really good. I mean,
you.
come on. That might be your best impression. Yes.
Thank you. My meat sauce impression is falling apart. Game 6 of the NBA Finals last night goes the way of the Pacers. So, Chris, you get your wish, a Game 7 in the NBA Finals.
I wanted nothing more than just more basketball. You know that.
You got it. Pacers 108-91 over the Thunder. Man, what's going on there? Toppin with 20, Nembhard with 17, and the Pacers and Thunder square off Sunday at 7 o'clock.
What did you say?
Andrew Nembhard.
Oh.
Nembhard.
You know what? I'm sure that you're doing what you used to do to Rosie all the time.
I'm not.
You're making up names.
What was the first name you said?
Andrew
Obi
Niphard.
Toppin.
Obi Toppin?
Good for us.
You're making things up.
No.
Those aren't real people.
Those are real people. Those are not kids that I went to high school with like I used to do with Rosie and the Lynx. Do you guys know that bit? I used to do that all the time.
All the time.
When Rosie was on our show multiple times a week, whenever I did a Lynx score, I would just name girls that I went to high school with and say, like, Jill Madsen had 12 points off the bench for the Lynx, and he never once corrected me. It was all girls that I went to high school with, every single time.
Every time.
Never once said, who the hell's Jill Madsen?
Yep. But, you know.
I loved that bit.
He didn't want to offend.
And then the one time I named dragons from House of the Dragon.
Yeah, that did happen.
Yeah.
It really did. Yeah. Yeah.
It was the French, the Olympic team, right? Was it a year or two ago? And it was like,
Yes.
it was the French bench. And I was like, Sea Smoke had 12 and Vagar had 10. How are we losing to this team? He's like, I know.
Yeah.
American team's so much better. How do we? Anyway.
Just waiting for his chance to talk.
Yep. The NBA draft is Wednesday in New York.
Oh,
the
great.
Mavericks will pick first. They'll take Cooper Flag. The Wolves, that's a real person too. The Wolves pick 17th and then 31st. They have the first pick in the second round.
Ooh, that's great.
I don't know if that matters as much as it used to. That used to be the pick that people wanted for international players because you could kind of draft somebody and stash them away for a couple of years with pick 31. I don't know if that still has the same rules or if it has the same value. I'm even losing interest in my own thought as I'm
Yeah,
about
absolutely.
it
I
out
don't know. I mean,
used to be a valuable pick, though. Like, in a weird way, it used to be more valuable to have the first pick in the second round than the last pick in the first round. Because that's how you could stash people away.
I feel bad for him right now because there's somebody who doesn't like basketball at all and two hockey guys, and he's trying to talk basketball right now. Nobody knows what you're talking about.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
You could tell.
At least Sauce is normally here to go, yeah, I don't know. That guy's tall.
Why would that have ever been a thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. There was just some rule about first rounders versus second rounders.
Basketball's weird.
I agree with Zach. That whole theory sounded so strange to me.
Yeah. Well, it's a little bit like how, in the first round in the NFL draft, you can have that fifth-year option. So if you want to draft a quarterback, you want to lock him in for 5. There's things like that. Sometimes rounds have different rules.
I'm going to go with exactly what Zach said.
I
Basketball's
couldn't
weird.
agree more with whatever you said.
Amen.
Yes.
Minnesota's battle against the spongy moth is happening. That's my next sports story.
The spongy moth?
The spongy moth.
The sweet Jesus.
I think the
It's a big-
Spongy Moth are playing the Social House tomorrow night.
I think that actually the Spongy Moth versus Godzilla is the next in the trilogy against. The Department of Agriculture says it will spray 7 sites from July 1st through the 3rd. If you see small planes in the sky spraying stuff, they're spraying pheromones.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's hot.
Listen to this, man. I mean, how much does this hit home for me? These pheromones confuse male moths and reduce mating. So it sounds to me like they're spraying stuff that makes these moths go, hey, Zach, you're looking pretty good, brother. I don't know why Hulk Hogan's a moth all of a sudden.
And one that's curious.
Maybe that's what these pheromones do.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's what they're saying. It literally says the pheromones are supposed to confuse the male moths and reduce mating. So I think that's what it does.
I'll take.
I don't know what's wrong with me, but I got to tell you, suddenly.
We got to keep this away from Tommy, man. He's had too much.
No, now Tommy has an excuse. The government did it to him.
It's the pheromone.
The government just sprayed Matamidi in 1997, and he's suffering the consequences.
By the way, How bad do you guys feel for the listeners who didn't get to see me flopping around like a moth just now?
That was good.
I was actually
really good.
flapping my wings.
Spongy moth.
Spongy moth.
Well, it's a good thing we're in a tent. Right? Don't spray me. Or do.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the weekend, right, Zachary?
Yeah.
Who knows? What really matters is next. We'll do scores and stats around the world of sports in between. Chris will change your life with something else. Marnie Gellner will be here in a little bit. Tyler George will be here in a little bit. We'll play Initials at 8:15 live in Canal Park, right next to the Social House. And one of you listeners gets to call in and has a crack at $93,500. We're closing in on $100K thanks to St. Paul Federal Credit Union. That's around 8:15 this morning. More of the Power 2 Morning Show after this on The Fan.
Are you still quoting 30-year-old movies? Have you said cool beans in the past 90 days? Do you think Discover isn't widely accepted? If this sounds like you, you're stuck in the past. Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. And every time you make a purchase with your card, you automatically earn cash back. Welcome to the now. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/creditcard, based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
You know what's great about your investment account with the big guys? It's actually a time machine. Log in and zoom. Welcome back to 1999. It's time for an upgrade. At Public.com, you can invest in almost everything. Stocks, bonds, options, and more. You could even put your cash to work at an industry-leading 4.1% APY. Leave your clunky, outdated platform behind at Public.com. Go to Public.com and fund your account in 5 minutes or less. Paid for by Public Investing Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Full disclosures at Public.com/disclosures.
Have you ever wiped with a piece of dry, single-ply toilet paper and wondered, is this as good as it gets? Well, it's not. It gets a lot better thanks to the wet, extra-large cleaning power of Dude Wipes. They comfortably clean up whatever TP leaves behind on your behind. It's time to stop being an a-hole to your b-hole and start experiencing the confident clean of Dude Wipes. Available at Amazon and at major retailers nationwide. Dude Wipes. Best clean, pants down.
Come on, why is this taking so long? This thing is ancient.
Still using yesterday's tech? Upgrade to the ThinkPad X1 Carbon. Ultra-light, ultra-powerful, and built for serious productivity. With Intel Core Ultra processors, blazing speed, and AI-powered performance that keeps up with your business, not the other way around.
Whoa, this thing moves.
Stop hitting snooze on new tech. Win the tech search at Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
Unlock AI experiences with the ThinkPad X1 Carbon, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors, so you can work, create, and boost productivity all on one device.
Fan.
Want to chime in on what's happening with your favorite KFAN program? Make your voice heard on the Bradshaw and Bryant text line. Let us know what you have to say by texting your message to 64686. That's 64686. Standard message and data rates apply.
Welcome back to lovely Duluth, Minnesota. And I see breakfast burritos being consumed now at the Social House. Hi, good morning, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Make some noise, everybody. Come on now. We're feeling good.
They're all eating.
I know. Grandma's marathon weekend. Everybody feeling good, looking good. And I believe Corey Sauce right now is probably waking up, having his coffee, wishing he was here with us, about to start a brand new season where he's going to try to win the World Series once again in his baseball league.
Oh, yeah. MLB, whatever.
There's no doubt that he's doing that right now. Mark Parrish, once again, everybody, for just tuning in. Mark Parrish got up early to join us, and Marnie will be here soon.
Hi.
And Zach goes here as well. So come on by again, the Social House. It's free. Just come on by, stop by, say hi, grab yourself a breakfast burrito, and watch us try to do radio and to try to stay on the air.
To the fault of no one here.
Absolutely not.
Right? Everybody here is
Jared's
killing
kicking
it.
butt.
No, Jared's killing it.
Yeah.
Kara's killing it.
Jared was going to drive back to the Twin Cities and kill somebody, I thought, for a moment there. But I think
He still might.
He might, absolutely. But we have something called What Really Matters to do now, Corey. What really matters?
Yep, and I'm going to make you feel way better, Chris.
Oh, that'd be great.
Way better.
How are you going to do that?
You'll see. What really matters is scores and stats around the world of sports, and in between, Chris is going to tell you something else that actually matters that has nothing to do with professional or amateur athletics.
Boom.
Ready?
Yeah, look at me.
The score doesn't matter, but the side story does. Pacers won 108-91 over the Thunder. They force a Game 7.
Go Indiana.
So the Pacers won 108-91.
Okay.
According to multiple sources, the Drake curse continues.
Oh, no.
Drake lost $800,000 on that game. He bet $600,000 on the Thunder just to win outright, and then an additional $200,000 for them to specifically win between 6 and 10 points. So he lost $800K.
Oh.
Here's some numbers that I kind of can't. I don't want to say I don't believe, because I do believe it, but it's just kind of mind blowing. Remember a day or two ago, we heard that he had lost $8 million this month?
Yeah, not bad.
I guess even as a gambler, and all of us are kind of degenerate gamblers, but as a gambler, I didn't take that one step further in my brain and go, all right, well, if he lost 8, I wonder how much he's actually placed.
Sure, yeah.
According to this story, net loss for the month, $8 million. Betting, how much?
Okay, now listen. If he lost $8 million, I bet he bet $11 million.
$11 million? With a net loss of 8. Parrish, take a shot at it.
I'm going to go... I'm going to... 15.
15. Zachary.
I'm going to go with 20, Corey.
All right. Somebody needs to fact check this, but according to the article I just read on Yahoo Sports, they claim that in the last month, Drake has made $125 million in bets with a net loss of $8 million.
Well, now
that's a damn good return on investment.
I mean, it's still a net loss of $8 million, but yeah, you're firing 125 and you're losing 8.
See, that's my problem right there. That still sounded pretty good to me.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
it sounded like a win.
The same
bad.
Same.
Wow.
It's the same thought. Oh, no. I got excited for a second.
I was like, what?
Jeez. Only 8?
Yeah, only 8. You guys need help.
We do.
But think of how much fun he had losing that $8 million.
Oh,
man.
You got to bet 125 and only lose 8?
My God.
It's the journey, not the destination.
I
That's
guess.
like a constant erection. I mean, that
gambling, it is the destination.
Man.
Wow.
So if that's accurate, that's what they're saying. Net loss of $8 million, but betting $125 million worth of bets.
In reality, though, I mean, he could have lost. I mean, think if he has a really bad month that he's betting that much.
Yep.
My God, man.
And how much is Drake worth? I mean, again, if he's only losing 8, and again, that's relative. Is he close to a billionaire? How much does Drake have?
I don't even know who it is.
Well, he's terrible. He's actually worse at rapping than he is at betting.
How's that possible?
Oh, it is. It's a net loss of more than $8 million to listen to him rap. But he's, what does it say? Net worth of $250? I don't know.
700. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, celebrity net worth says it might be $2. Who knows? The internet just is guessing. But
wow, my goodness.
Way to go, Drake. You feel better?
I do feel pretty good. I'm gonna stop at the casino on the way home. Everything's just fine in the old hockey household here.
I only lost $8,000.
Wow.
But I got to bet $125K.
You call the bank. It's nothing compared to Drake.
They'll love that. What really matters, though, is this.
Hello, sir. What is your name?
Zach Schneider.
Everybody say hi to Zach. Hi, Zach.
Hi, Zach.
Zach, what do you do?
I am the marketing and PR director for Grandma's Marathon.
Well done. Let's hear that. All right. Wow. Well done.
Yeah. It's a smattering.
No, I thought somebody said, hold on. You said, well done. Yeah, well done. Absolutely. For sure. How long have you been in that role?
This is my 5th year.
As the person who does that, do you actually run the marathon as well?
No, I am just the guy that shows up and takes credit with you guys.
Yeah. Well done.
That's pretty cool. You look like a runner, though. You're a marathoner yourself?
Well, we get a lot of steps in, but I don't run the marathon. Yeah.
How many runners will be participating in the full marathon tomorrow morning?
The full marathon, we have 10,000 registered. We
Damn.
have 8,000 of those hit the start line and the finish line tomorrow.
I was way off. I didn't know it was that many people. No kidding. What about then the half marathon?
About the same. We'll have 7,500, 8,000 in that. 23,000 registered through the 3 races this weekend.
So hang on, back up for a second. You said 10,000 and 8,000 will hit the start line and finish line. Does that mean a handful don't show up or a bunch of them don't finish, or both?
Well, a little bit of both. Most, a lot of that 20% won't even show up. Their plans changed. They got hurt. But then there's are some people that don't finish. We'll have about 7,500, 8,000 finishers in both races tomorrow.
Wow. That's incredible. And again, we're talking in Duluth. I mean, what a boon to the economy to have that many people coming in for the weekend every year like this. So again, well done to you. Let's hear it. I mean, that's some serious marketing. That's great. How many volunteers do you have helping people get to the end of this race?
4,000 and change volunteers. So it's not us. You can say thank you to well done to us, but it's the community and it's you guys, it's everybody. So 4,000 volunteers, a lot of business partners. This is the community's race this weekend.
Fantastic. And again, it's such a great thing, and it's such a community event. I just loved it. It was my very first marathon. I wasn't ready for it. I didn't mentally know what I was getting myself into, but it did launch me into doing it. And I crossing that finish line is one of the best things. That said, talk to me a little bit about the logistics of getting all those people to the starting line, which, by the way, I don't know if you knew this or not, for the half marathon, the starting line's halfway.
Yeah, I think when they started the race in 77, Two Harbors to Duluth with 150 people was a lot easier to get people to Two Harbors. Now with close to 20,000 people, it's a lot harder, but we rent every bus that we can in the state of Minnesota and Wisconsin, and those buses will take people to the start line on tomorrow morning. And a lot of them do double trips, so they'll go to the half, they'll come back, pick more people up, go to the full. So all the buses and all the porta potties in Minnesota are in Duluth this weekend.
Let me tell you about porta potties at a marathon.
Oh.
It's the third layer of hell. Not these. The ones in Duluth are beautiful, but let me tell you, I've seen some terrible, terrible things in porta potties. I've run 6 marathons, and that's my Vietnam. I'm not going to lie to you.
That's your dad's heaven.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I feel like Sauce is with us today. Well played. Well done. So how is the route exactly the same every year?
Yes. There's only been a few years that it's changed. That was because of road construction on Superior Street. But Two Harbors to Duluth, Scenic Highway to London Road to Superior Street, that route hasn't changed. The finish line hasn't changed in now 49 years. Next year will be the 50th. So a big year coming up in 2026. Wow.
Are you guys going to do anything in particular maybe you don't want to tell us anything big prepared for the 50th?
Well, one race at a time, but we'll have to have you guys back. That'll be part of it, but no, we got a lot of plans, but we got to get through the next 3 days before we really start thinking about it.
Now, as you're coming into downtown Duluth, there's a hill that when you're driving here in a car, you barely even notice, but when you're trying to run and you know you've still got a long ways to go, you see this hill and you just want to quit. What is the name of that? I forget.
It's called Lemon Drop Hill, and the folklore is worse than the hill. Yeah. When did you run it?
2009, I believe.
Okay, so that might have been after. There's been road construction in that area, so it's not as bad. Is anybody running today who hasn't run? No, nobody here is. Everybody's just here to see. Nobody's running for the marathon.
Not athletes.
There's 2 hills after Lemon Drop Hill that I think are worse than Lemon Drop Hill. So it's got all the folklore, but getting up to Superior Street and then getting across the interstate, I think are worse hills on our race course. But Lemon Drop Hill has all the fame and the scary part about it.
6 hours, just like every other marathon to compete. You guys are to complete the marathon.
We give them 7. Oh. Yeah, 7 hours. Is open.
I always said, if they give me 6 hours, I might as well use them all. Right? And now you got 7. No, I mean, again, that is a very long day for a lot of people to be out there on the roads. But again, the cool thing about it is when you're out there and you've got all that time and you're running with everybody else, even if you're having a hard time, there's somebody right there with you having a hard time as well. And there's so many people along the way.
Yeah, we're in it together for sure. And the community does a great job, right? You know, everybody's there to support you. And I think marathoning is one of those cool things that everybody can be successful on different day or on the same day, right? There's one winner of the marathon, but there's not just one successful person. You know, it's not like a team sport where there's one winner of the NBA finals or the Stanley Cup. And so everybody out there can have a good day and hopefully be successful and hopefully get to that finish line and have fun at the end.
Anybody over there? I'm monopolizing.
I just liked when he said, "Does anybody here run?" And our entire crowd's like, "What in the sweet hell is running?" The looks on their face, I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well,
Man.
I do have a question, by the way. Do we have any, because obviously this is a prestigious marathon. You've got a lot of people who are going to be running their very first marathon tomorrow, but you've got a lot of people that are going to be putting in some big times. Do you have people coming for international runners tomorrow?
Yeah, we do. We have a couple really good Americans. Dakota Popane and Annie Frisbee are both, Annie's from Wisconsin, but she's kind of an adopted Minnesotan. So those two will be running the half marathon. We've got some Kenyan runners in the men's marathon. I was just with them. I was at a table with 4 of them, and the 4 of them have won every men's marathon we've had since 2014. So I was with really, really good runners yesterday, and so we'll see if one of them wins tomorrow. But that's been the trend that those 4 have really dominated the marathon.
For everybody out there who perhaps isn't familiar with such thing, what do you expect with the conditions and everything? What will be the winning time in your estimation tomorrow?
We've had really good times, and it's supposed to rain overnight tonight. And the theory, I don't know if there's science behind that. The theory is that after rain, times get faster. So the course record for the men is 2:09:06. It was set in 2014. So we'll see if we can challenge that. There's only been a couple course record holders. Dick Beardsley held it since 1981. It was broken 2014. We'll see if we can challenge it tomorrow.
Can you imagine?
2 hours and 9 minutes?
I know. Go ahead, Zacho.
So a couple things. First of all, Zach, great job on the TV Bulldogs calls. He's the voice of the Bulldogs up here on the television side.
Oh, no kidding.
And the high school hockey, the Section 7 stuff. One phenomenal job.
Look at that, multi-talented.
More people clap for that than they did.
Raise your hand if you've called hockey on TV. No. About as many as the runners.
Runners, yeah.
I saw as I was driving up here today, or yesterday, I should say, I saw a Texas license plate. I saw a Missouri license plate. I see all these different states. Do you know how many states are represented here this weekend?
All 50 states.
Wow.
70 different countries we have this weekend.
Awesome.
Goodness.
Man. That's awesome.
Yeah, just over here after the show, there's all the flags of the 70 different countries.
Wow.
We hang them up, so.
For anybody out there who's contemplating, first of all, you guys also have 5K, is that right?
Yeah, 5K at 1 o'clock today. You guys can run it. You'll still be here, right?
I have sound check. I definitely would, but I can't.
Oh, Corey, you got password.
I got password. Otherwise, I would have totally stuck around and done that 5K.
Yeah, you can't pay me enough.
Yeah. Mark's had too many injuries.
He's hurt after about 3 steps.
Right. For people, though, who are contemplating either a 5K for the first time or a half marathon for the first time or a full marathon for the first time, I can say from experience, this is a great place to start, not just because of the route, not just because you're in Duluth, but it's so welcoming and it's such a great running community. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we're a place that a lot of people go to for their first race. And it's part of the community, right? You can go to Chicago Marathon, Boston Marathon. Well, you can't really go to Boston Marathon for your first one. But go to New York City, Chicago, L.A. Those cities are such great marathons and great cities, but they're different than Duluth. Like, you come here, and it's all about Grandma's Marathon for these 3 or 4 days. And I think that's really what sets us apart. And to look at the list of the top 10 marathons in the United States and see Duluth, we're 10th. We're at the bottom of that list, but we're still on the list. And so that's awesome. Pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Well done. Congratulations
Well done.
once again. Absolutely.
Thanks,
Thank you. Let's make some noise again. Thank you very much.
Zach.
Thank you for your time, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
There you go. Absolutely. Thank you.
I thought for sure Zach was going to correct you on the brothel thing. I thought you.
Yeah, no, I was going to ask about it. I didn't want to put him in a bad spot. You know what I mean?
Big year for next year for the 50th, though. I hear.
Oh, absolutely.
They're going to really embrace it.
Yeah. Brand new grandmas come of age. It's going to be awesome. That sounded weird. My apologies.
That's actually the slogan.
Yeah. Coming of age in Grandma's Marathon. You know what? I'm going to stop now.
Wow.
I'm going to stop now.
That actually got
Welcome
worse.
to Duluth, everybody. Thank you.
The Twins beat the Reds 12-5. Byron Buxton 3 for 6 with 2 home runs. The Twins are back to 500 at 37-37. They host the Drunken Scotties starting tonight at 7 o'clock. Any Drunken Scotties here? Oh, one.
Oh, we got 1, 2. We got 2 of them.
Oh, yeah.
Got it.
Just wasted. Look at them. Their marathon is drinking, right? Can we drink for 26 hours?
0.32K.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
See what you did there.
Well done,
look at you on fire today. Look at you. Good job.
7-game homestand for the Twins, 3 against the Drunken Scotties and 4 against Seattle. More of what really matters after this. This is the Power Trip Morning Show live from Canal Park and the Social House here for Grandma's Marathon in Duluth. More of the Power Trip after this on the Fan.
Are you still quoting 30-year-old movies? Have you said cool beans in the past 90 days? Do you think Discover isn't widely accepted? If this sounds like you, you're stuck in the past. Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. And every time you make a purchase with your card, you automatically earn cash back. Welcome to the now. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/creditcard, based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
And here we have a specimen from the early 2000s, a legacy investing platform. Please don't touch the exhibit, folks. It could crash.
Ready to step out of the financial history museum? At public.com, you can invest in almost everything. Stocks, bonds, options, and more. You could even put your cash to work at an industry-leading 4.1% APY. Leave your clunky, outdated platform behind. Go to public.com and fund your account in 5 minutes or less. Paid for by Public Investing Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Full disclosures at public.com/disclosures.
Have you ever wiped with a piece of dry, single-ply toilet paper and wondered, is this as good as it gets? Well, it's not. It gets a lot better thanks to the wet, extra-large cleaning power of Dude Wipes. They comfortably clean up whatever TP leaves behind on your behind. It's time to stop being an a-hole to your b-hole and start experiencing the confident clean of Dude Wipes. Available at Amazon and at major retailers nationwide. Dude Wipes. Best clean, pants down.
Come on, why is this taking so long? This thing is ancient.
Still using yesterday's tech? Upgrade to the ThinkPad X1 Carbon. Ultra-light, ultra-powerful, and built for serious productivity with Intel Core Ultra processors, blazing speed, and AI-powered performance that keeps up with your business, not the other way around.
Whoa, this thing moves.
Stop hitting snooze on new tech. Win the tech search at Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
Unlock AI experiences with the ThinkPad X1 Carbon, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors, so you can work, create, and boost productivity all on one device.
Man.
To see how you could win a pair of passes to an advanced screening of Jurassic World Rebirth, starring Scarlett Johansson and Jonathan Bailey. It's in theaters July 2nd. That's KFAN.com. Keyword contest to enter today. Hi, Marnie.
Duluth, make some noise for Marnie Gelder.
Hey! Hi, Marnie.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, Marnie.
Look at her. Look at her.
Marnie, we were told you basically invented curse words last night. Is that accurate?
Yeah. You were speaking in tongues.
I got creative. I got creative.
You were very upset.
I was real mad.
Yeah, you were super
I've had a
PR'd.
string of bad luck, and we're just trying to do an exorcism. You know, just clear it. And we had a moment.
We did.
And we had a moment.
Yeah, we did. If we had left, we'd have been good, but you just wouldn't leave. We couldn't drag you out of there.
I thought I'd turned a corner.
Yeah, well,
honestly.
yeah, we couldn't turn the corner that got us out of the casino was the problem. But, you were cursing, but we had fun, did we
we had
not?
fun.
We had a good time,
Yep.
and you did hit the one jackpot, so that was cool. It wasn't a big win, but we got one.
Well, I mean, I don't call it a jackpot. Nobody had to come and hand me the money and count it out.
Oh. Sorry, Drake.
I've got standards.
Sorry, Drake.
Yeah, no kidding.
Me and Drake.
Yeah.
We be gambling together.
Yeah.
I did get to see Hawk gamble for, I really think, the first time.
Yeah.
Because Carly and I were going to meet you. We had a time, we had a place, and you didn't show.
Yeah.
In Las Vegas.
That's
and
how I
that was
roll.
the only time we were actually going to gamble at the same place at the same time.
Right.
And it didn't happen.
It did not happen, and I had a feeling that it was going to work out like it did last night, so I wanted to avoid you as much as I could. Listen, you are kind of a cooler. You're kind of a cooler. You're kind of a cooler.
Is that a good movie?
I've heard that before.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I never
it's
saw
tough.
William H. Macy, right?
William H.
Is
Macy,
it
that's
good?
right. Yeah,
Never saw
the concept is that he's a bad luck guy. And so if you're doing well, the casino hires this guy to go stand beside you and take your luck away. And that's basically what Marnie did to me last night. Absolutely, yeah. For sure, yeah. Yeah.
Who was paying you, Marnie?
Well, Hawk for a while.
I actually was. I tried to give her money after we won. She wouldn't take it. So we gave it back to the casino.
It was his money.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want me. Not right now. You just let me come around. Let me turn the corner. Let me catch some heat.
We're going to turn it around. Well, welcome, Marnie. We're glad you're here with us. Yes.
Thanks for having me. I am continually shocked by the number of people who get up in the morning and attend this event. So thank you very much for being here.
They're here for the burritos.
Idiot!
Thank you. They're here for the burritos. That's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you missed so much.
You really did.
You really did.
Well, I was listening in my hotel room a little bit. I didn't feel like I missed much at all.
Were you? Did you listen while you were getting ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Were we on when you were in the shower?
Yeah.
God dang it, I just lost a $50 bet. Not that you were listening, just that you showered.
Yeah. Oh! Wow!
Marnie's going to take that?
No, and Jared's laughing too.
Jared loved that joke.
He did. Jared's listening to a different radio show.
So were we for a while. Jeez, it's been a fun morning. All right, should we do more of What Really Matters?
Absolutely, because I've found out, thanks to our very good friend, that one lady, what's her name? The woman who does all this stuff where she fixes people's houses. She went to jail with Snoop Dogg.
Oh, Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
Fixes
That was a
people's houses.
long ways away.
She's
not Joanna Gaines.
What does she do?
She's like a
doilies.
a lifestyle
Gardening.
She takes doilies?
Makes doilies.
okay.
That's not a euphemism.
Okay.
Man, Martha Stewart went in that porta potty and just took the largest doily I have ever seen.
It's an oily Duke. Come on, we all know that.
It's an oily Duke? Who uses the word Duke for that anymore?
People from Indiana.
I guess.
I like Duke.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
Duke,
long time.
Earl.
Man.
Anyway, she's found out what the perfect temperature for a home is. The perfect temperature to put your thermostat on.
62 degrees.
Well, we'll find out, won't we? But first, you got to tell them us.
The 11-1 Lynx, Marnie, are hosting the 4-9 Sparks tomorrow at 7 o'clock. The Lynx still have the best record in the WNBA.
They do, and the last game, it was just a weird game to watch because the Lynx really struggled in the first half against Las Vegas, and then they absolutely went on a complete tear in the second half without their best player because Nafisa Collier left the game with a back issue. So hopefully that is just a minor thing and she is okay. But the good news is the team looked awesome without her momentarily. They need her, we need her, but this is the same scenario as last Saturday. You'll all remember when the Lynx were up by 32 points at halftime. Same team, LA Sparks, same location, Target Center, same day, Saturday. I don't know if we'll have a repeat of that exactly, but let's mark it. Boom.
Glitch in the Matrix, maybe. Yeah, maybe it'll be a run back situation. What really matters, though, is this.
This is the situation, according to Martha Stewart, who takes oily doilies.
My God.
She probably does, by the way. She does look like she eats terrible things.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. She just looks like she goes to the Mexican place and just destroys it.
Anyway. Anybody get that vibe from Martha Stewart?
Yeah, don't you think? She does.
Anybody look at her and go, man, she goes to a lot of Mexican restaurants?
Yeah, she's got those Mexican restaurant destroying eyes.
She's still taking those prison dumps,
yes,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us, Duluth. Appreciate the hospitality.
Anyway, Martha Stewart says the ideal temperature indoors is
62.
74.
70 degrees.
Oh, yuck.
70 degrees. But
hard pass.
If you want to save money and not crash the grid, the ideal setting is 78 degrees.
Oh, my God.
78?
78.
That's the seventh layer of hell.
I know, no. Each degree above 75 saves about 3% on your energy bill.
See, again, I'm not joking. This is not accidentally a free plug for Wolf River and WolfRiverElectric.com. Again, I literally sent a screenshot. I texted the guys from Wolf River my electric bill the other day because the panels that I got have knocked it down by like 66%, which is awesome.
That's awesome, yeah.
But they truly were making fun of me. They're like, dear God, you guys use a lot of energy. Because I should be essentially wiping my bill away. But we run the AC because I like the freaking basement, 62 degrees. So we use so much energy in my house that even the panels can't knock it all the way down. So not the fault of Wolf River. Just I can't, 78 degrees. I would move out.
62.
I would move out of the house.
Yeah.
62 is cold.
Parrish, tell these guys what you were telling us about Pierre Marc Bouchard yesterday.
Oh my, yeah. When we were roommates, when I first came to Minnesota, we were roommates, and I realized the first road trip it could not happen because I'm a get it to 65, nice and cold.
That works.
And he was a 75 degrees at all times.
What a psycho.
I woke up the first night in the middle of the night, and I just in a pool of sweat. I've never been. I was gross.
Is there any
Felt
chance?
Awful.
Any chance that Pierre was like, "Hey, you look warm. You need to take off those pants."
I think it was. I don't want to room with this American.
That's what I asked him. I'm like, is there any chance he was just sabotaging it so he didn't have to be your roommate? Mark's like, I don't know. He did that to everybody.
Literally smoked you out.
Yeah, it worked. It worked.
All right, raise your hand if anybody in the crowd thinks that they have their home at a temperature that is the highest in this group. Anybody like it at like 75 or 76? Raise your hand if you're anywhere near that. See, nobody. Anybody over 70?
We're in Duluth. They haven't seen the 70s.
Oh, man.
We don't have air conditioning in our house.
Ugh.
Oh, man.
My
Just
God.
open a window?
You poor man. That's okay.
That was a cry for help. Yeah. We don't have air conditioning. Please, somebody give me a...
No, I don't know, man.
Oh, man.
I just, if I had, Marty, you were nodding when I said this. If it were 65 in my house, I would have to be in a snowmobile suit all the time.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I would hate that.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah, right.
You can
But it's
always...
62 in your basement. What are you wearing? That?
Wouldn't you like to know? No, but yeah, I can wear jeans and a hooded sweatshirt year round in my house, and I'm unbelievably comfortable. 24 hours a
At
day.
62.
Love it.
I like to be able to wear nothing but a loincloth. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
How big's the loincloth?
Not very.
I wish Sauce was here to tell this story, but again, we're not exaggerating. You guys have all essentially, except for Marnie, been in my basement. It is truly 62 degrees. There was a time.
Thankfully. Yeah.
Right. There was a time we had a handful of you over, and Sauce sat by the fireplace, grabbed a blanket. He couldn't have looked more like a grandmother. He's like, I'm freezing. I was like, then just go home.
Was he like Clark Griswold in the attic and putting on the long glove?
Oh, yeah.
And watching old home movies?
We were expecting flurries at any moment in his living room. Yeah, it's freezing.
He curled up.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's too cold for me.
Love it.
Oh, well. Yeah. I don't know. I do think that I would love living in Duluth. Like, is this pretty normal for June? Like this temperature?
This
That's
is
what I'm
brisk.
saying. I love this.
Yep. I wish this was in the cities. This kind of vibe every morning.
Every morning.
Yep. No humidity. Just this.
Is it like this in the winter
Brisk.
too, though? Is it pretty much? No? Okay. All right. Yeah.
It's the ice planet hot in the winter.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, I've not been here ever for a storm, like a real just wind guster. And I was told last night that sometimes they have to close the gates when you walk out to the lighthouses out here, you know, because the waves are too big and you get washed away. That's when I want to be here.
Whoa.
Right? Just because I want the option. You know what I mean? Just wake up one morning and like, yep, today's the day.
Yeah.
Come sail away. Come sail away.
Chris is basically George Clooney in The Perfect Storm. Everybody else is trying to swim back to the surface, and you just back into
I know. They're like,
buddy,
I don't know why he took the boat out. He didn't have to. Everything was fine. We were on the shore. He went back out.
We got to get Gordon Lightfoot to write a song about it.
The legend lives on. Hucky got in the boat and took off. Said, don't come looking for me, Sauce.
We would have let you go. We know that.
I appreciate
that's
it.
your plan.
Yeah, that is the plan. No doubt about it.
A couple days ago, we talked about Shedeur Sanders of the Cleveland Browns getting a ticket for going 101 in a 60-mile-per-hour zone.
That ain't so bad.
Well, somebody dug into it and said, well, wait a minute. Actually, technically, he got another ticket just a handful of days before that. A 91 in a 65 on June 6th. Ooh. So as ProFootballTalk.com points out, it's like, all right, that's not the end of the world. Speeding's not like, domestic abuse or something. But when you get a ticket for going 91 in a 65, and then like 3 days later you go to 101, That is just a guy that doesn't care, right?
Yeah,
You just got a ticket.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be human nature to slow down and go, I just got popped for going like 30 miles too fast. Slow down. Then he goes 101 a couple days later.
He literally said, "Put me down for 2."
Yeah, right. I think it's just one of those things where you think, well, it happened once. It can't happen again.
Not going to get caught again.
Yeah. I don't know. 101's a pretty good start.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it ain't so bad.
What really matters, though, is this.
Well, as you guys know, especially you, Marnie, summer is open season for UTIs.
Oh, my God.
Why would
you're a parent. You have to tell people things like, don't get it. Like, watch out for those things.
No, look out.
Right? I mean,
Open season for UTIs.
I hope you got your
Heads up.
license.
It's old.
yeah, you gotta have your heads up. You gotta have your head on a swivel.
Man. Anyway, you were saying about open season?
Doctor explained urinary tract infections are more common in the summer because the combination of heat, humidity, and dehydration weakens your immune system. They're about 30 times more common in women than men. So take that.
Another win for us.
That's right. Finally. Man, those must hurt.
Anybody have a comment on that? Crowd got quiet.
Ouch. Nobody?
I didn't realize that UTIs could be fought off by the immune system. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but like I just thought, like if it got in you, like you're done.
I don't think that's.
They don't kill you.
I mean,
think a UTI
It's
is?
not the plague.
Not like gun, I mean, but like
No, I don't think-
like if you got exposed to it, I didn't realize you could fight them off.
I don't think you can.
So I'm gonna
I
start
think
taking
you
more
got to take
emergency.
meds, right? I think it
Yeah.
was a fatal thing back in the day.
Was it really?
Well, I think some of them can get really strong and powerful. Didn't John
Like-
Creasel run over a UTI?
Oh my!
Oh, well played.
Pretty
That's
good.
really well played. Insensitive, but very well played.
Insensitive.
You crossed the line, Marty.
Yeah, way to go.
I mean, sure, you just pissed off all the veterans in the house, but sure, whatever. Crack bomb jokes.
Didn't Adrian Peterson get a UTI?
Okay.
Oh.
3 months ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so there you go, Doug. Keep an eye out for those things. They're everywhere.
It's a good reason to live in Duluth. It's nice and cold here. Less likely to get them.
Yeah, man. Is that right?
Well, didn't you say something about humidity, or what did you have?
I don't know. I was just thinking of my next joke.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know.
What else? I don't know. I'm bored with all this. Should we just do news when we come back?
We probably should because I got news, and these people are so hungry for. Are you guys hungry for the news? And burritos,
And
by the
burritos,
way.
I
Yeah,
think,
the
too, yeah.
burritos are happening back there. The drinks are about to start flowing before long here. And we are live in Duluth. Thanks to our friends at 106.5 and 560 AM Duluth Superior, NorthlandFan.com, and our friends here at this lovely place, the Social House, for having us as well. And all the great people from Duluth who stopped on by. We still got more spots to come on by to get ready to watch the Initials game, Corey. That's coming up soon.
Yeah, at 8:15, one of you has a crack at $93,500 with the St. Paul Federal Credit Union Initials jackpot. Tyler George, Olympic gold medalist in curling, will be here shortly. One of Duluth's own. Marnie, Parrish, Tyler, and Hawk square off at 8:15 for Initials game. I think we're at what, Zachary? 579?
579.
579. That'll be at 8:15 live from Canal Park in Duluth. Power Trip Morning Show and the news after this on The Fan.
It's summer. Time to enjoy long days, lazy nights, and great food. Because Uber Eats has deals all summer long. So, when hunger strikes, don't sweat it. Delicious deals are just a tap away on Uber Eats. Enjoy all your favorite grocery items delivered straight to you. Get ice cream, soda, and snacks from your favorite stores like Wegmans and CVS and make the most of every moment. Now that sounds like a good summer. Order now on Uber Eats. Terms apply. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Does Friendly have a taste? If it does, it's probably like Hello's peppermint-flavored anti-plaque and whitening toothpaste. Brush away plaque, show tartar who's boss, and remove surface stains to naturally whiten. Hello's thoughtful and flavor-forward products make brushing your teeth feel like a confetti-filled bathroom dance party. So say hello to Hello with the always cruelty-free, never tested on animals toothpaste that's made to spread smiles. Visit HelloProducts.com and let Hello add some everyday yay into your life.
Okay, have you heard about this? Last year, Degree changed the formula for their Cool Rush deodorant. Their fans rebelled and wanted the old scent back. And Degree listened. That doesn't happen often.
They admitted that they effed up and are bringing the original Cool Rush scent back. And it's exactly how you remember it. Cool, crisp, and fresh. There's a reason it's the #1 men's antiperspirant and is back in Walmart, Target, and other stores for under $4.
So try it and see what the fuss is about. Head to your local stores to try the OG Cool Rush for yourself.
Let your imagination take flight with an AI-powered PC from Lenovo. Whether it's creating digital art, designing new software, or building a portfolio for a future career, our PCs are powered by Intel Core Ultra processors to help students unlock smarter learning and unleash their creativity. That's the power of Lenovo with Intel inside. All you have to do is choose the one that fits your passion. Head to Lenovo.com to shop AI PCs and find your perfect companion. Plus, get 5% off when you create an education account.